Hello everyone, this is Joni from Designs by Joni L. And I come here tonight to show you some things that I have been doing while I haven't been filming. And I have been into orneriness, and I'm the first to admit it, because I have been shopping. And one reason why I shopped like I did was because my daughter and I went down to get my granddaughter, Sophie. And they have stores down there that we don't have here. So we always like to go down there and shop a little bit before we go over and pick her up. So that's what we did this time. And then we got her and brought her over, and she spent the night with us. And we had a really good time. She was so happy to be at Mama's house, and we were just all enthused and everything. So we had to take her back the next day, though, because her daddy misses her so much that he's trying to spend every minute that he possibly can with her. So we took her back the next evening, and after we dropped her off and we saw them and everything, we talked and everything, we went shopping again. So I had to buy some more things because, you know, there were things, like I say, that we don't have here. So I bought some more things. And we came home, and I brought them in my studio, and I had been so proud of my studio. I had been just cleaning it and putting everything, you know, not everything, but a lot of things where it was supposed to be, where they were supposed to be. And it really looked nice, and it was looking very much nicer than what it was before. And I had gotten it over to one little section I didn't get to. So, but I was feeling very happy with it. So then my daughter got sick. So she got sick, so what am I going to do if I'm just sitting here not doing anything, you know? I had to go shopping again. So I went shopping again, several times. And I kept bringing things home, and my studios kept getting fuller and fuller, and things sitting on the floor in their bags, because I knew I had to do a haul with all this stuff, but because I couldn't use it, and a lot of it is for Memorial Day, which is tomorrow, and the 4th of July. So I just had to leave it sit here because she was sick, and she had to do something to my camera. I don't know what it is, because I don't really understand the cameras, but I'm going to understand. This taught me a lesson. And so I couldn't make any films or anything with what I had. So there was I finally got it straightened out what was going on with the camera. And so I made 2 videos. And no, I made 1. And then I went shopping again that evening. And so I just went down there and just shopped around, and I went to TJ Maxx. And when I walked in the store, I had gone to get chicken, you know, just to get some chicken to eat. And no thoughts of shopping. But then when I got there, I thought, well, great day in the morning. TJ Maxx is just across the street, so it'd be a shame for them not to run over there and see if they have anything that I might be interested in. So I ran over there, and when I walked in the store, oh my goodness, everything was just, it was fabulous. It was fabulous. And I sworn to goodness, I told my daughter, I said it seemed to me like the things were actually jumping out of the aisles and just laying down right in the aisle and saying, please buy me, please buy me. And I am saying, oh, I don't need that. I don't need that. But it would be really nice to have, and I could use it. So I kept buying, and I kept buying, and the manager came back and helped me, and it was ridiculous. Then I went up front, and the manager's name, by the way, was Christopher, because he was such a nice, nice man. And I told him, I said, I need to know your name. I said, because every time I run into someone that is extremely helpful to me, I like to mention them on my YouTube channel. So that I told him, I said, he even carried my stuff to the car. And so I want to give him a shout out because he is one store manager. I didn't know that he was the manager. He acted like just someone that would be working there as a clerk or something. He didn't act like a manager, you know. Most generally they're a little more reserved. But then the girl that checked me out, her name, I believe, was Jessica. And she even redid my things that I bought twice because of my hernia. And I didn't tell her when I first went up there that I had to have just a few things in each bag. And I said, oh, I said, that might be too heavy. I said, I have 2 hernias is what I have. So I have a hiatal. And then I have one below that goes to my navel, so I don't know what it's called. But anyway, she said, well, I can take care of that. She said, let me get those in different bags and take a lot of that stuff out and put them in separate bags. And I said, I would appreciate that. And I asked her what her name was. So I said, I want to tell people how nice you are to me. And it really pleased both of them, and it pleased me greatly that they were so nice. And so I got the stuff in my car. And, oh, I'm terrible. I am terrible, and I'm the first to admit it. Well, I don't know if I should tell that or not. It's nothing wrong, but what happened was I thought that I had misplaced my debit card during that transaction. So I'm sitting in the car. My daughter is ill at the house, and she can't come out, so Joni is on her own. And so I'm going through my purse, and I go through it about 4 times. And I had recently changed it into a smaller purse, so it didn't have very much in it. So it wasn't that it was just so crowded I couldn't find my debit card, because I always keep it in a little container with my insurance cards and things. So I looked, and I looked. Couldn't find it. I emptied the purse another time. I looked 4 to 5 times. Couldn't find it. And when I get desperate, I'm going to tell you what to do. That may be what takes care of me. Well, there's no way about it. I said, okay, God, I can't do a thing about this. You're going to have to help me. I don't know where my debit card is. I said, please help me find that thing. Put my hand down in my purse. The first time after I said that, my hand landed on my debit card. Oh my goodness. You should have seen how happy I was. And I said, thank you, God. Thank you. I appreciate that deeply. Oh my, how I appreciate that. Because I would have been in a mess if I had left that thing somewhere. And I told my daughter, I said, from now on, that's the first thing that goes in my purse. It goes in the container it goes in. I said, if the aisles are running over with customers in back of me, they're going to have to take time for me to put my debit card away. So that's the way it is now. And so I didn't want one anyway, because I don't do well with debit cards. I don't really like them that well. But anyway, I got one for just running around here and buying the little things that I buy. But anyway, so I came home and I made another movie that evening after I got home. And I was telling you all about in that movie, about the things were so beautiful, and it just seemed like they were just down in the aisles, just screaming my name for me to come and get them. They wanted to come home with me and everything. So then finally, I get about, I'm going to say maybe a fourth of what I have purchased. And my card in my camera, it started saying that my card was full. So, of course, it shut off. And I thought, oh, well, there goes my movie now again. So, the next day I called Tanya. And I said, it shut off last night. I said, I was making a movie and it just shut off. And she said, well, she said, that's no big deal. You just have to get you another card. And I said, yeah, but in the meantime, I was going to go ahead and put the rest of that stuff up last night so that I could actually go ahead and use it in my house. And she said, well, I know, but she said, I don't think you can do it by yourself. She said, but I'm getting better, and I'll be able to come over before long. So I said, well, I sure hope that you get better. And so we ended that note with that. And then she came over about 2 or 3 days later, and she took my camera, and she works with the camera all the time. And I said, now be careful. I said, I have 2 movies on there. And I said, I have the one of where I'm talking to you about when I went to the ophthalmologist and to the retina specialist, because I had to go to both. And I said, I don't want to lose those. And she said, well, just let me think. And so she's thinking, and what does she do? Well, she's thinking, and she erases both of my movies. Oh, my goodness sakes of mercy. And I'm thinking, oh, no. So anyway, I have to come back tonight and do this all over now. And I hope that you all, well, you didn't have to look at it the first time. That's one thing. But I was just happy that I had at least half of the amount of, about half. I wouldn't even say half. I'd say a fourth of the things I had bought. I filmed. And but what I was talking about was the guy with the, you know how I'm talking about I can't read because of my glasses. And so I went to the retina specialist, and I thought that I could get glasses from him, that he would just examine my eyes when he was checking my retina, because I almost had detached retina about a couple of years ago. And so he's been taking care of that. And anyway, I got down there, and they checked my eyes and everything, and they said, you don't need glasses. The only thing you need are reading glasses. And I'm thinking, what? Because I thought my eyes had gotten so much worse. And because I really couldn't read, but I couldn't get any glasses that were strong enough either, just at the drugstore or wherever you buy those that you just wear around the readers. And this girl, my daughter had to go back for another appointment with her ophthalmologist because she wears contacts. And so I went with her, and I was talking to one of the girls that works there, and she said, oh, we have that kind of glasses and the readers. And she said, so you can buy them here and the strength that you need them in. And I had a 3.25 that I couldn't do anything with. And my eyes checked out at a 3.50. So that was really good, and I was fantastic. I was just thrilled with that. And so I tried on some of their really pretty glasses that I would love to have had a couple pair. But they didn't have it in the strength that I needed, so I'm hoping that they're going to be able to order some and get them coming in, and I'll get a couple pairs of those. But I went ahead and got a pair of, they just have the real lightweight frames. I'll show you if you can see that. You can hardly see. But I didn't know that you could go and buy the reader glasses at a regular ophthalmologist's office. But you can. So I learned something, and then maybe somebody will be able to use it out there. And so I came home, and that's what I filmed the first movie about. And I was telling you, and I went back to the optometrist then. I had to go to the optometrist also. And so when I was telling you about, I had just had so many things done to me that day, I just wasn't functioning correctly. Not that I ever really functioned correctly, but at least I was a little bit worse that evening. And I was talking, but at the same time I was really laughing. And I was talking about seeing the skin specialist about the place on my nose and everything. And I went to have that checked on. And they said they didn't think that there was any malignancy there. And for me to wait about 6 months. And if I had any problems, to come back. Well, that didn't help me any because I have had 3 malignancies on my face before. And I had, right here, I thought it was on this side, but it was bent. It was on this side. You can't even tell that I had the surgery. I had about a 2.5-inch scar here. And it was I don't know the exact name, but squamous something or other. Anyway, it was a pocket of a cancer that was right there. And then I had a cancer right here, and that was removed. And then I had one down here, and it was removed. But everyone, when they looked at these things to begin with, they would say, I don't think you have to worry about that because I don't think that that is malignant. And so I just, rather just play safe, I said, well, would you mind doing a biopsy on it? And they said, well, we can do that, but we don't think there's really any need. I said, well, just to please me, would you please do that? So they did, and they all came back that they were malignant. So I had to have them removed. And I was telling you guys about that. And I said, and I'm just going to have so many biopsies. And I said, I know it's going to take a biopsy to find out what's going on with my nose. And I said, if I have to have an autopsy, I just don't know what. And about that time, I found I cut myself. And I said, no, I said, I hope I don't have to have an autopsy. I said, if we have to have an autopsy, we're in trouble. I said, girls and you guys, I said, if you all watch my channel, you're going to live a good life because you're going to laugh yourself silly over the things I get myself into. And so that was on that thing too. But I got so tickled when I said an autopsy. And just that fast I caught it, but it was already out. And like me, I just go ahead and laugh about it and keep going on. So anyway, I was showing you where they had, I had a really big place right here on my neck. It was so ugly. And it was dark, and it was a big place. And then I had a little place right here. So they said that that was just something that wasn't anything at all. And they took that stuff that they spray on you and you freeze it off. But it looked pretty nasty when I did the filming. And I was going to show those to you all about what it looked like and everything. So you all just got to miss all that funny things, you know, that happened during all that time. And I almost had a black eye under this eye because the doctor, one of the doctors, kept the light in my eye so long that I was seeing blue and green and purple for the rest of the evening. And then the skin on my eye actually turned black. And I didn't particularly care for that. So anyway, it's fine now. Everything's fine. But then I was talking about the girl out in his outer office. I was talking about how pretty she thought my nail polish was. And so I told her that I couldn't remember the name of it because I was doing a, that I had forgotten. I'm going to have to do that over. I was doing one of those boxes, the Fun Fit Fab boxes. And I had forgotten all about that, so I should have had, oh my dear, that's just that much more stuff I'm going to have to go into. But anyway, I was saying that they had some nail polish in this. And that I was saying that I liked the one that I was wearing that I had bought myself. And anyway, I called the girl back and told her the name of it. I can't remember it now. I do until I get on camera, and then I can't remember it. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. And now I'm going to try to tell you all and show you what I have been buying. And I'm going to start here on my desk because it is absurd. Absolutely absurd. Here is a container. I better get my glasses on. But at least I can see to read with these. I don't think it's going to be too long before I'm going to need a 4.0 though. This is an ashberry canister. Might help if I put it up and you all could see it. And it's talking about flour, okay, cookies, flour, or sugar. And then it's got Cracker Barrel style back here on the back of it. And Tanya told me, she said, Mom, she said, I think you should get that. She said, I think you could do something really cute with that. So I said, well, I guess I could, so I'll try. So I brought that thing home and I've got it. Now this is from, I got that down at Sophie's house. So I would say that that is probably Big Lots at her house. Now this, I saw you all having these all this time. And our Dollar Tree never did have any that I saw. They may have, and I just didn't see them. But I went to the store one day, and they had 3. And I bought all 3 of them. So I bought those. And then I saw you guys buying the pineapples. Well, we didn't have any of those either. Well, I was doing something, and Tanya went in Target before I went in. And when I walked in, she said, Mom, she said, they have 3 pineapples if you want to get those. So I said, oh my goodness, yes I do. So we went over and I bought all 3 of them. And no, it was 2 of them. And I took one and I gave her one. Well then, when I went back to Target a couple days later, they had these. And I don't know why I thought these were so ugly when I saw them. But I wanted them because I thought, well, I can paint them. I can spray them and paint them and still use them to put something in. And they were $5 from Target. And then when I got it home, I wasn't paying any attention because I was just unloading all my things in the kitchen. And so I just sat it down over on my countertop. Well, my yellow dishes is out in there where the drinking station is. And I was looking, and I looked in a little bit. I looked over and I saw that yellow. And then I saw my plates and I thought, my goodness, that really looks good with those yellow plates. So now I love it. I love it, really. I really do. So I'm not going to do anything about spraying it or anything. I'm just going to use it. Then I was at, this is Walmart. And I was at Walmart. Now this has been a long time ago. Like I say, I get stuff. And I just set it down and I forget about it. I don't mess with it and I don't use it much. And so I just leave it alone. I'm going to wish I could use this thing to show you what it really looks like. Anyway, this is from the Pioneer Woman. So I love cups. That's one of the things I really do love. So I buy one every time that I find one I really like. So I bought that. And that would actually go with the yellow dishes that I had bought for my drink station too. So I bought 4 of those, I believe. And they're heavy, my goodness. Then I saw one other thing that I dearly loved when I saw it. And I bought it right after I bought the things. I've had this sitting in my kitchen now for about, I'm going to say, a good month, if not longer than that. And it still has the tag on it. And I just brought it in. I sat it down on my cook stove. And it sat there. And Tanya looked at me the other day and she said, Mom, she said, when are you going to do that in your haul? And I said, oh my goodness, I forgot that I hadn't even shown that yet. So I said, I'll have to get that out and show it. So that's that. Now, I'll show you this little thing. That'll break something getting it out. I bought this at, I believe it was Big Lots, down at Sophie's. And I loved it. I thought it was so pretty. It's unusual for a lantern, and I like the way it's not so tall, because I have several of the taller ones, but I didn't have any of the smaller ones like this, and I thought I'd get this and put this in Sophie's room, because I'm going to start fixing her room up pretty soon. And she's going to be all happy about that. And so I got that and brought it home. Well, there were some little containers. I got several little containers, but I'm not going to make you guys look at that, because that's really not that big of a deal. But then I got some things that was just for, like I said, the 4th of July or Memorial Day. And this one was really pretty. I got these, I think, at Dollar Tree. Yeah, I got all these at Dollar Tree. And so I got 3 of them. I thought that way I could go in just about any direction that I would like to go, and doing something with these. And I liked these because there's so many different colors. And then these, don't think it's Santa Claus coming, because it isn't. It's just some of the little door knocker things that red, white, and blue, that I'm just going to stick on my pantry door, or I might put one on each of my doors here in my studio. I'm not sure what I'll do with them, but that's what I got those for. And then, my mouth is so dry. This container that I have this stuff sitting in, I have been buying these now for probably about 2 months. And I'll just buy them here, there, and yonder. Because I do need things to store all of this stuff that I'm buying in. And so I bought several of those smaller ones. There wasn't anything that broke in that. It just sounded like it did. Because there's nothing breakable. But so I got some of the really sturdy ones at Big Lots, and they are white, and I really do like them because they are really nice. But then I got some of the smaller ones too that they're not so well constructed. I mean, you know, they're not heavy plastic. They're more or less just to sit little things in that you need to store around in the kitchen or whatever. But I started about 6 weeks ago watching the Cheap Crafty the Cheap Crafty Girl, and she's really good. If you haven't watched her, you should watch her. She does a lot of cleaning. Oh my goodness! I said I wouldn't mind letting her come to my house for a while if she would clean all the time she was here, because the girl cleans all the time, and she is a mother, and our daughter is 16, and she is a cheerleader, and she loves that daughter. My, how she loves her daughter. And so she does a lot of day planners. And since I used a day planner so much when I was working, I wasn't really too taken with day planning when I saw that. But the more I watched her, the more I became enthralled with what she was doing, because she really fixes them until they're beautiful. They're just really pretty. And she seems to get a particular theme that she goes with each time she does that, or the page she's working on or whatever, 2 pages. And she got me till I really was interested, and I thought, So, but when I get interested in something like that, I don't just get interested in it and then just hang back. I just go feet first into it. And before I know much about it. And I really shouldn't find out more about it before I do anything else. So, when I was doing my cross stitch, I did the same thing. I just walked in this little boutique, Tanya and I did. And here hung this beautiful angel that had beads in her hair and beads all over her dress. And she was gorgeous, and she was holding a ball representing the earth. And she had the uplights under her and everything, and oh, she was gorgeous. And I looked at Tanya and I said, I gotta have that. But it wasn't for sale. So I said, okay, I still have to have one. So I started investigating and I found out I could buy the pattern. So I bought the pattern, and the girl helped me with my embroidery floss and my beads. So I started making the angel. And I went home and I didn't know a thing about cross stitch. Not a thing. Except when I was about 5 years old, my mother sat down and she embroidered, cross stitched, she crocheted, she did everything. And she had some dish towels, some little dish towels, and she was putting a stencil on them. And then she was embroidering the picture on them. And she told me, she said, you need to learn this, so you come and sit by me and I'll show you what to do. And there were X's just on the flowers and everything, and the X's made flowers. And when, like I said, I was about 5 years old. And so I made about 3 dish towels, I'd say. And then I made probably 2 sets of pillowcases. And then that was the extent that I had. But the stencil was already there and everything, but that's all the things, information I had about cross stitch, because I wasn't interested in it and I didn't go with it anywhere. So I go home and I think, okay, now I've got to get this thing to where I've got to get her placed on this material exactly right on this canvas, because if I don't, her feet is not going to, it's going to be going off of the foot of the canvas, and I'm not going to have the bottom of her dress or her feet or anything. And if I get it too high, her head's going to be too high, and her feet are going to be too high. So I thought, how in the world am I going to get that done? So I started thinking and looking and measuring and everything, and I developed my theory. So my theory worked out. And one of these days I'm going to get a piece of, I've got blank canvas here, because I cross-stitched, I cross-stitched until we moved in this house, and then after we moved in the house, I really haven't cross-stitched much since then. But I may just show you guys how I went about finding that, in case you would be interested in the cross-stitch, because it's relaxing, and you have some of the most beautiful handmade things that you've ever seen. And if you go back and look at my video, one of them, I think it's on my last, the 2016 Christmas tour. It shows the angel that I made. And then the first one that I made, my first video, I showed her on that show. So if you're interested in what she looked like, you can look at her. She's really pretty, but I had Michael's to go ahead and frame it. And I think I'd have been better off if I had framed it really myself, because they didn't, she has a large thing, like a glow or a light of something, that you have gold beads to form. And they did not stretch that out enough to where they left a few puckers in there. And I really should have made them do it over, but I didn't. So anyway, I may go back and have it done over sometime, I don't know. But anyway, getting back to the girl with the books. So I go to the store and I buy about 4 or 5 books, like you would, day planners. And I bought Tanya one. I bought Sophie one, because I thought it would be good for Sophie if she could get interested in that. And all along through there, I'm also buying washi tape. I didn't even know what washi tape was when I started getting all this on this YouTube. And this is some of the washi tape that I bought. And so I thought if I could get Sophie involved in this, it would give her something to do, and she could find it useful maybe later on, and it's good for her to start learning to put things, oh dear, what's the word I'm trying to say? This says ahoy on it. But in other words, if she would want to start organizing, is what I'm trying to say, to organize her stuff, it would be good for her. And then she could use that later on in life or anytime. And it would be good for her. And Tanya, she is an organizer. She puts everything in just a regular calendar. So I don't know why she hasn't bought a book, you know, a day planner really, but she, I guess, felt that she didn't really need to have any use of it. So she never did buy one. Now here are some little pens that I bought. These were $1 at Target. I got those for a day planner if I ever get started on it. And this is some magnetic list pads, and you can see I have the little chevron bottoms on them, if I can see for those things. There I go off the screen again. There it is. Chevron bottoms, and then up to the top, and that's the red, white, and blue. And that is another one like that, except it's a little different. It's just red. And it has the same chevron on it. So I got that. And then I got another one. And then I bought this little package. Those were $1 each. These little things were. And this was $3. It has the ice cream cone. Upside down. Ice cream cone. And then it has little... some of them are just little stickers. They're the tiny stickers that you can just pull loose. And then some of them are the full notepads down here like these. Nope, I'm at the wrong end over here. You can tell I haven't been on camera much. I'm forgetting where I'm going again. Anyway, I bought one of those. And then I bought this. This is really nice. It's magnetic. It's a box, and it's magnetic. And it has some of the same things in it that you would use in one of your day planners. And that would be good. Ones you can just write little messages or little ideas or something that you would write to somebody or something. And then it has magnets in the top right here. And when it goes down, you can hear it click. So I got those. And I'm going to have to find someplace to put all of that storage stuff. And then, let's see. This is another bunch of, except it has the pineapple. Seems like everyone is going crazy about the pineapples and the fruit. And that's all little, this is from, it says, love it, too cool, and hello. And hi there. And let's see. Page flag sticky notes down here behind this little thing that you can hardly see. And this was $3. It's in a nice little box. And then I bought another one of these boxes, the magnetic boxes that has the stuff in it. So I got 2 of those boxes. And then I don't know where this came from or what it came out of. It's hard to tell. It's just in my thing. And then I got a magnifying glass. I really have had 2 recently, but they weren't really, well, one was good, and it lasted me. I even used it when I was cross-stitching for years. I have one of the big lights that sits up with, you know, folds down on your, see, this has the light when you're looking at something. It's really handy like that. I got that, and that was at Big Lots. And the big light that I have, it's a white light, and it comes up with an arm that sticks out, and it has a magnifying glass on it. And I used it when I was cross-stitching a lot because it helped my eyes from being harmed so much. And that's another thing like I had a while ago. I got another box of that. And so that right there. And I got this one, except it has the little pony on it instead of the other things. And I thought that Sophie might like some of these things to give her to work in her day planner and things. And she'll feel like a big pro. She just had her 13th birthday. And she was really loving it. She had a really good time. I took her shopping, and I wanted to get her something that would give her something that would, you know, mean something to her, that she could remember for her 13th birthday. So I got her a Pandora bracelet, and with the things on it, and she was thrilled. She loved it. Now this is some little books I got at the Dollar Tree, and it has about love in it. And I bought two. I got one for me and one for Sophie because I think that it's really good. It's 9 Fruits of the Spirit. And one is Love, a Devotion, a series by Robert Strand. And it tells you about all these different things. Far from being a doomsday preacher, Paul left us, through his letter to the Galatians, a picture of the complete Christian, emphasizing what he called the fruit of the Spirit. He listed 9 characteristics that reap a harvest of nourishing fruit in the life of a believer. So I got the love, and I got the goodness. And there's some places in some of these that you interact, and you write your things down, your answers down. I thought that would be good for Sophie. And I got her goodness. And then I got this one. It's about where people have had encounters with angels. And that was very, very, it's really good. I haven't read all of it yet because I got involved in something else and put it down. But I got those. And this is just, oh my goodness, I've got another package of the ice cream cone. So we won't run out of that, that's for sure. It's another package. That's what I'm saying. I haven't been able to look at this stuff, so I really couldn't remember what I had. And this is a list of to-do things that you can put in your books, your planner. Now, I don't have anything that nowadays, like I said, I used to when I was working. I lived with a day planner, but thank goodness I don't have to live with one now. But there are things that I need to keep track of and things like that. So that's nice. But now this is some paper that seems like there's an awful lot of the books that you see now that are coming out, and they have backs on them like this with the gold spots, and they are beautiful. And these are just that you can insert in your book. Those are the pages. There's several. This came from Target. But I think it was down where Sophie is. It's $3. Yeah, it was $3. So it was Target. And then I got another little box like this. The little sticky, magnetic box. Those boxes are cute. I think that sells the things just about as much as the insides do. But this has you are inspiring, you are brave, you are loved, and that's good. So I got one of those, and then I got one of these. Oh, I think I'm starting to get a little bit of drainage. That is STMT, whatever that is. Simple, trendy, modern touch. And it has little things that are cut out that you can put on your stuff, and it's hidden behind this stuff. And then it has stars in there, and it has a three-dimensional frame in there, and then it has some sticky tape, and then it has this little chain. Here it is. This is leather, and you put this on one of your rings and let it hang down the side of your planner. And I think that would be cute. You can get different kinds of things like that. And that's what all's in this one container. So I thought that would cover a whole big bunch of things with just the one thing. So I went ahead and got it. And if I don't fall on my head, I got this. With the amount of pens and things that you have that you're writing with, and when you're using one of those planners like the girls I've been watching, they have tons of pens. So I bought one for myself, and I bought one for Tanya and one for Sophie. So I have 3 of those, and that is on both sides. And I got that at Target. And then I got this, and that is just to write whatever you want to. You can insert that in your different sections, and you can make your punch out your holes, your ring holes in it on the side there, and use it. And then these are some stickers that you can put on your different pages. Like I said, when I go, I jump in with all my feet. And life was meant for good friends and great adventures is what this says. And I think this is for the covering to a page inside where you're going to have a separate section, or the front of your book, whichever. And this one says Explore on the front of it. So I don't know. Now this is take notes on it. It's just paper that you can use to, you can cut it in half if you want to, or you can use the whole page. It's just up to you. That was $3 at Target. And then this is a weekly and a monthly planner, 2017 and 18. So this is one of the books that can be used. And this has a cover, thick plastic cover, that covers the front of the book, so it won't get messed up as much. And then when you go inside, oh, I wish I'd get this down correctly. You can, the one thing I don't particularly care for that is it has those little red things in it some places. But I thought, well, a person could always put a piece of sticker or something across one of those. But that's one of the books I got. And then it has the covering in the back too. So that helps protect your book as well. So I'll have to put all of this stuff down here. And One of my subscribers asked me if I would mind fixing her a pocket letter. And I had never done a pocket letter. I didn't even know what it was. And I had to start watching around. I got some of these little lights. And these were at Target as well for $3. And I think those are called fairy lights. Starry lights. 10 warm white LED lights. I've got a whole drawer full over there, but I was just afraid that I wouldn't have enough. This is some little things. It has an envelope, and then it has a thing that's inside it that you can write something on it. And this is cut to where you can push it out if you want to. And then here are some more note pads. And then these are thank you cards. And they're pretty. And then I got some of these bags. Anytime I find a pretty bag, a gift bag, I get it. Because you never know what you can get into with one of those. So I got those too. And they match. I could also use them in the book if I wanted to, if I was going to go with that, because that would go together. And so I just took that and put it there. And then I got this for Sophie for her book. I thought she might like that. Or maybe put it in her room. It has some little streamers over here on the side. And there's some on both sides of this. It's really, I think, a banner. I don't know what it says. It doesn't say what it says. But she will find out, that's for sure. And then this is a little thing for pens. I don't know why I'm so taken with these little purses. But I am, and when I see them, I can hardly pass them up at all. This came from Target. It was $3. It might have been on sale, though, even more than $3, because now that I think about it, some of this stuff, that's why I was buying so much of it. That's exactly right. I've forgotten. Some of it was even more so on sale than the $3. And I thought, well, that was really good. So that is why I couldn't believe how much the things were on sale. And so I just kept buying them because I knew that I didn't think I'd be seeing them on sale like that for a good long while. I've got to leave that magnifying glass out in case I need it. And let's see. What have I got around here? That is... Oh, dear. It's something else. Let me go to this thing right here. It'll probably fall on my head. I got 2 of these little jars, and I think those are the cutest little things. They're so neat, and you could use them for just about anything you would want to. And I got 2 of them. I really wish that I had gotten more. I think that these were at Target for $1, and I got 2 of them. And like I say, I wish that I had gotten more. And let's see. I got this for some of my patriotic things that I was going to use. But I've had to keep from using them for so long now that time's going to be over by the time I get them out just about. So I like this. And it's got a little hook on the back, a little thing that it stands up. You don't have to hang it up. You can if you want to, but it'll sit up on a table or something. I really liked it. And that says it was $12.99. But that was on sale, and that came from, oh, that has a thing also that it already has the, I've never seen that before. The little thing that the hanger's already built in on that. Or you can set it up with this little peg. And I think I would prefer it setting up. We walked in, let's see, it was Big Lots down there. And they had things like this on sale so much. And they were so cheap. They were $2 and $4 and $5. And I said, Tanya, that can't possibly be true. And she said, well, it is, Mom. And that's why I bought also this stuff. I remember. I get so aggravated anymore. A lot of times I would do, I got these. I thought Sophie would like those for her book, probably, or some of them. And then I got her some of these. She might want to use those. And then for the subscriber I was telling you about that wanted me to fix her one of those little envelope, you do that. You make them with baseball card holders. My son had a collection of baseball cards, and he had, oh my goodness, I don't know how many he did. He had these big binders full, and he had one that Pete Rose signed for him, and he had several really expensive ones. And our flood got it. So that just aggravates me. And about 3 years ago, well, it was really before that, because when I was in college, I took a lot of creative writing classes because I love to write. And I've even been told, I'm not bragging at all, but I'm just telling you what I've been told. I've been told that I could be published if I would go into it enough. But I've never really put my head into it that much. But I would always write these stories, and it seems like somewhere in my stories you would see an owl sitting on a limb. And so I've had this thing with owls for a long time. They're so wise, and you can just see them. I love them. But then this is the my son would kill me if I would tell one thing about my writing. But this is a thing that I got. It is different letters with different things on zebras and all these different kinds of things. I think that would be interesting. I got 2 of those. And I got one of these. I think this came from the Dollar Tree too. I mean, not Dollar Tree, Big Lots. Down at my granddaughter's. And then this, because I like all the different colors and everything, and the different ways that they're made. Then here is a thing that comes apart. It doesn't come apart, but it opens up, and you can put all these little things in this binder, and then it folds. It pulls down, and then pushes back up, which makes it nice, I think. And it fastens, and you could hook that in your thing. Then I got some really pretty bottles, not bottles, but paper bags. And I don't drink or anything like that. Never did. But I love the way these bottles look. So I thought that I would probably try to do something with some of these. I got the one I just showed you, and then I got this one. And I love the colors in them, and I love bottles, period. I think bottles are really pretty. So I got the yellow, and then this is the green. And I might try those on the side of my mirror. I'm not for sure in my kitchen. So I got some of those. And let's see. What else? They had these for, I think it was like $2. Or, no, I think I got these down there at at one of their Dollar Trees. And I thought that they really looked pretty, some of them. These are skyscrapers. And I thought I might be able to use that in some way or something. I don't know. Leaning Tower Pizza. And I try to keep Sophie interested in all such things. When she was 8 years old, she could name all the continents and the countries that were located on the continents. Now these are just little notepads, but they have been punched until those go all the way through. And when you take off one, it's already punched for you. I like those. And I'm not sure where that came from. Then here's some more of those little butterflies. I think it's from Dollar Tree. That's what I'm thinking. And here's some more stickers that are more patriotic like. And they're on both sides. They have the sayings on both sides of those. USA and red, white, and blue. Stars and Stripes America. And I really like those. And these are just little banners that if you wanted to fix a couple of your pages in your book and have it patriotic, that would be pretty. Then this is, it's like file holders, but you can use them in your books also. So they've got really pretty colors. As you can see, they have the red, the orange, and the green. And then over here you see a yellow one and brown. So there's quite a few. And then it has the, well, right here, that you can put on there to show what it is. I got 2 of those. And Get It Girl, I got that for Sophie, because I thought she'd be interested in that. And then on the back of it looks like a big letter, envelope. And then I got this. I thought it was really, really pretty. Now, I really do like that. I couldn't find any but just the one. That's really, really aggravated me. But it has one on, but I need 4 for my mirror. So, unless I can find some more somewhere. These are a Dollar Tree. Got this. And here's some more of the file holders that you can use in your planner or use them in your filing cabinet. I am needing to got a new filing cabinet, but my son-in-law put it together for me, but he needs to go back and do it over a little bit because I need to put a bunch of stuff in there. I've got the holders, but may all your wishes come true. That's another thing that I always try to stress for Sophie. May all your wishes come true. And sit down and think about what you're doing before you do it. And because there are repercussions for what we do. And when we make a decision, there's either going to be something good come from it or something bad. So we should always sit down and think of these decisions that we make. And that's what I try to instill in her all the time. And I'm trying to give her a mama's brain and her at 13. And before that, these are just little holders, file holders that you can put some. The crafty girl, she will take a cutout that she gets off of her TV, and then she will put them in here, and then she has the, oh, I know because I have done it. I did it with a lot of my husband's things. When they have the, you melt this and put it together. I don't remember what the name of it is. When he was in business, we built houses for a living. And we had an excavation company also. And I took care of all of his books and everything. And I was a lot better secretary than what I am now, I'll tell you that. But he laminated. He didn't, I did. I laminated a lot of his things that he had to have laminated. That's, okay, there's some more things. So, okay, let me see here. I'm getting to, now this was $24, and I got it for, I think it was $6. We love because he first loved us. And I told Tanya, I said, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. The price of these things. And it had this one little place there in the back. Going the wrong way again. And there's the price that it was. I believe that's the price right there. And I got it for nearly nothing. And I got so excited until it wasn't funny. Then got this. And it's too long. But I'll have to take it a little bit at a time. It's for the laundry. And it's really, really pretty. It was $25, but I got it for, I think it was $6, because Tanya went back the following day when we took Sophie home, and she got her one. So that, I got that. And it was just so unbelievable, the prices that they had on these things. Now this is something that, oh, I truly love. This, I don't see a price on it, but I know that it said, oh, it's in front. Let me see if I can get back. Home. That's the top, I think it's, it has a wooden frame all around it. And then on the bottom, it has 2 pictures that came with it. And I am thinking that it was $10.95, something like that. I think it was even more than that, because they had so much off on those things that it's, like I said, it's just hard to believe. Now, I'm going to have to go right here just a minute. And I'll be right back to get something out of my floor over here. I'm going to go ahead and, I think, end this video and make another one so that it won't be so long. I didn't even look at my watch to see what time it was I started. This is another little lantern that I got. And the only reason why I got it is because it was so cheap. It was on sale. And it was a regular $14. And this was, Big Lots. And it has the candle in it. And everything. And, oh, there's the thing that you can turn your light on with to see how it looks. I think they're just beautiful. It really isn't a big one like the one at my fireplace. But then I got one to match it that is bigger. And it was regular 20. And I can't tell you how much it was because I wouldn't want to say something and not be telling you the truth. I'm thinking it probably was around $10 to $12, if it was that much. Because, as I say again, I could not believe that the stuff was this cheap. But they're just so pretty, and there's not anything wrong with them. They're just beautiful. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more bags sitting over there of big crate life things full of stuff. Now, I got this because it was on sale. I think it was $3. Regular 12, and I think it was $3. And my goodness, where do you find anything? That is a heavy metal, nice metal. I mean, it's not real super heavy, but it's the weight of it. It has some heft to it, let's put it that way. And you can do a lot of things with that. So I got that. Now, I think, now this is something that I got. I've had this sitting here too for a long time, and I don't think that I ever showed it in a haul. These are beads, like went on my cross stitch of my angel, and they had this, all of these beads, and I got this at Walmart, and I don't remember at all how much I paid for that, but I got it because I was all the time using beads and things, but I thought that this would go good in one of those little things like the lady wants me to make her, because I've seen them, and they do put those in there. Then I bought some of these. These are the containers that go back inside the shelves. And I got them for Sophie's because I thought that it would fit back in hers. But they were too tall, and they needed to come down about 2 inches. And I was going to put all of her videos in there. But so I had to go back and get some that did fit. I got 4 of these. I just got 3 here, but I had 4. And and then I got a bag of stuff down here on this side too. But I'm not going to belabor the situation. So I'm just going to say it's nice to get some of this stuff put out on film now. And maybe I can get it actually uploaded. And my shirt keeps aggravating me. I don't down too far, but I want it away from my neck. I don't like it chokes me. But I'm glad to see that you all are doing as well as you are, and you're making such gorgeous, gorgeous things, and you're just totally leaving me in the dust. And I'm here just heaving and panting and saying, I want to make a video. I want to make a video. And so hopefully this one will get put up. And so we'll find out tomorrow when Tanya comes over to, I think she's going to come over. And she'll be uploading this for me, because that's something I don't know how to do, is upload the movie. And I am going to learn, though, because it's about time. Used to be I did everything. And then I just gradually let her start doing things. And that is not good, because you get too dependent upon them. And it takes advantage of them, and it makes you at a disadvantage. So now these are some little sticker things that I had sitting here on my desk that I bought. But, oh, here's one thing I did want to show you before I left. They had this. Now, I could use this very, very handily in my kitchen. They had this. Now, who would think they would have this out this time of the year? This I bought about, I'm going to say 2 weeks ago. And it was, I believe, at Big Lots. And it was $2 and something. And it is beautiful. And once again, I was saying, Tanya, I can't believe this. These are too pretty. Because I was going to make letters, you know, and make my own for next year. But my goodness, why make them when you can buy this? Look how beautiful that is. And so I am thrilled with that. I mean, really thrilled. And I like to go down there shopping more, in fact. So now I've gotten a lot of this stuff out of my way. So I'm going to say good night. And I'll try to put the rest of it up tomorrow. And you guys continue with your crafting and doing as well as you are. And some of you ladies are, oh my goodness, you have, you're just something else. And you're so sweet and so kind. And one thing that I might go into before I jump off. My mother and father, the 4th of July means a lot to me, more than just the 4th of July being our nation's birthday. That in itself is a lot, and I do mean a lot. But in addition to that, my mother and father were married on the 4th of July, so that is their anniversary. And my father passed away in 1965, July the 3rd, and they were married on July the 4th. So they would have celebrated their 50th anniversary the following day, but he passed away the day before. And then I came along, and I was the youngest child. And so when it came time that I got married, I thought, well, Mom and Dad have a pretty good track record going here, so I think I'm going to get married the same day they did. So my husband and I were married on the 4th of July. And so that is also our anniversary. However, he passed away in '07 on May the 30th. So today was 10 years that it has been since he passed away. And he died from lung cancer. So his one aim in life, after he found out about that, was to try to tell people, if you are smoking, please stop. Don't put another cigarette in your mouth. And run from anyone that wants you to. And he loved to work. Like I told you, we owned an excavating company, and we built houses. And he worked constantly. And when he retired in 2000, he retired, but he didn't really retire, because somebody that likes to work as much as he did, they don't retire. They just stop working in one area and take over another area, which was our house. and we started building our house, and then he was here every day watching the guys build it because he knew what was going on because, like I say, we were builders, and he was here every day making sure that they built it exactly right. And then after it was built, he was always working. He would work 10, 12 hours a day outside in weather at 90-some degrees. And I would say, you're going to get sick. You better get in here. You better get in here. It's too hot out there. And he would just keep going with the perspiration just running. And that's what he loved, though. He loved to work. And my son is the same way. He works and works and works. If he can get 1 foot out of the bed, he will be at work, and he will be working as much as he can possibly work. And everybody loves him. They think the world of him. And they do just like his daddy. And, of course, my daughter, she is a replica, too. She does a lot of things that is beyond what she should be doing. But anyway, so I thought that I would tell you about that because it was so important to him, because he said he would never have thought that it would be cancer that would cause his life to end. And he had such longevity in his genes. My goodness. His siblings lived until they were in their late 80s or middle 90s. And yet he passed away when he was about 72, I believe it was, something like that. And it was horrible because he had years and years ahead of him had he not smoked. And but he did. And it was horrible. And so think about it. If you do smoke, think about it, because you won't. I know that people say, well, I can't do without that cigarette. Well, when you would see him walking around here, and he was still walking as long as he possibly could, wearing a neck brace, because they had told him that his neck could break at any second if he didn't have that brace on, because of the cancer in his bones and his spine and everything, because it went from his lungs to his bones and everything. If you could see a healthy guy walking around here that hasn't smoked, and then you would see him walking around because he smoked, you would say, I'm not going to smoke again. I'll take the lifestyle of the guy that didn't smoke. So take that into consideration if you do. And it's good to be women also, because women smoke as much as men do. And you don't want to go through that, believe me. I watched it, and he walked into the doctor, and he didn't know that he had cancer. And I told him one day, I said, I think that you should go and be examined and find out exactly what's how you are and everything. I said, because 9 chances out of 10, I will go before you do. And there has to be somebody here to help the children and watch after the children. So you need to go to the doctor and get checked. And he went, and the doctor said, well, you have just a little spot there, but it could be a blood vessel or whatever. And we were getting ready to go up into the mountains in North Carolina. And we had a cabin up there I rented. And he said, well, you think it's okay to go up there? He said, sure. I said, go up there and take all the pictures you want. And when he told me that he said, take all the pictures you want, I thought, he knows he's got cancer. But I didn't say anything. And we went up there, and it was beautiful. It was the fall and everything. And the leaves were gorgeous. We had a really nice time. And we came back, and he went back to the doctor. And in the meantime, they were going to see if the spot had grown any. It had enlarged twice the size it was when he first went. They did wrong. They did wrong. And by not checking it to begin with. And so he went back, and he said, well, how long do you think I have? And the doctor looked at him, and he said, I'd say 3 months. And you feel like somebody has taken their fist and hit you in the chest with it. That's what you feel like. Just knocked the breath out. And so he took it, as he did everything, in stride. And he still worked around here for as long as he could, but it wasn't that long until he couldn't do much, and he couldn't even hold Sophie. And she loved her pawpaw. Oh my goodness, she loved her pawpaw. And at his funeral, this is really morbid, but at his funeral, we had some videos that we had taken and through the years, and they were putting them up at the church. And she was crying, and she said, I want my pawpaw. And she was only 4 years old. And I said, honey, your pawpaw, because I thought she was talking about her other pawpaw. I said, honey, he's sitting in the back of the church. She says, no, 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 I want that pawpaw. And she pointed at the video up on the wall, showing my husband. And she says, I want that pawpaw. Says, he come home. And it really hurts. And we would be out in the yard, and she would say, Papa, come home. And I say, honey, Papa won't be home. And she'd start slinging her hair, and she had long hair, and running with her head. And she'd say, no, my Papa, come home, come home. Then she told us later on, she didn't tell us then, but she told us later on that she was there when he passed away, and I wouldn't have her in the room. And so I knew I would have to take her out, because I knew that her mother wouldn't. I would have to take her out. She's my son's daughter. And so when my husband drew his last breath, I got a hold of Sophie, and I said, Sophie, honey, come with Mama. We need to go out and check the fish, because they had a big aquarium out there. And I took her out there, and as we were walking down the hall, she turned around and looked. And she told us later, she says, Mama, she says, I don't know what that big flash of light was that I saw. And I said, what flash of light, honey? She said, you know when you were taking me out to the waiting room, and I turned around and looked at Papa's room? I said, yes. She said, I saw this big flash of light. And she said, I don't know what it was. And I said, well, honey, I don't know either what it was. And that reminds me of one other thing that he did. Some of you may not believe this, but the good Lord knows I'm telling the truth, so that's all that matters to me. He came in my bedroom one morning. He was wearing his neck brace and all that stuff. And he said, Joan, he said, I need to talk to you for a little bit. I said, okay, sit down. And I have a recliner there. And he sat down, and he said, I want to tell you something. And I said, okay, what is it? I said, do you need something? He said, no. I said, I don't need anything. He said, I just want to tell you something. He said, I was in there in bed, and he said, I was wide awake. He said, I haven't been asleep for a long time. And he said, I was wide awake, and said, I was just lying there. And he said, I looked up, and he said, all of a sudden, he said, there was some writing started across my wall. And he said it was as if someone were taking their finger and just writing in cursive writing. And I looked at him, and I said, what were they writing? He said, well, he said, it said, it's not your time just now, but soon. He said, and it rode from one end of the wall to the other. In other words, the expanse of the wall in the bedroom. And he said, I've never seen white like that. He said, you will never see white on this earth that looks like that. He said, it was the brightest white that I have ever seen in all my life. He said, you're just not going to find it on earth. And I said, well, what do you think it was? He said, well, I was wondering what you thought it was. And I said, well, I didn't want to say, you know. I said, I have my thoughts. I said, but why don't you tell me yours first? And he said, well, I thought that it might be God telling me that it's not quite time for you to come yet, but it will be soon. And I looked at him, and he wanted the truth. He always wanted the truth. He didn't want you giving him fairy tales or anything like that. And when my husband talked about something like that, or if he talked about something that was really bad, you might as well say, that is gospel. It is the truth, because he would not ever, ever, ever say anything that was not true about anything like that, because he just wouldn't do it. And I looked at him and I said, that's basically what I thought. I said, but at least it isn't right now. And he said, yeah, I said, that's what I thought. And so God told him, it isn't your time right now, but it's going to be soon. So he knew that he had a few weeks or whatever to enjoy the family and be with Sophie when we were coloring eggs and things like that on Easter. And he was at the dining room table for Easter. And he lived until he was able to get... Her birthday was 10th of May. He wanted to see her birthday. She turned 4 on the 10th of May. And on the 30th of May, he passed away. So, and she can still remember she told us, we were just talking one day about some things, Tanya and I were, and she was here, and we were talking about good things about her papa, because he made her a video, and he wanted me to play it for her. And I played it for her after she got a little older, and she loved it. She loved it. And he was telling her how much he loved her and everything. And she said, Mama, do you remember those lights, those big loud noises that they were putting off down there when he was in the hospital? He was really in hospice because he was in there about 2 weeks, I think. And there was someone with him around the clock, a family member. He was never left alone. And I said, yes, honey. I said, I do remember firecrackers. I said, but you mean you remember that? And this had been a long time after that. And she said, yes. Said, I was sitting out on the back porch with Aunt Tawny. And I thought, my good grief, that child has the mind of I don't know what, that she could remember that all that time. So, that's just a few things about my husband and the love he had for his family and the love he had for people. He loved people. He went to our doctor, our family doctor. Didn't tell any of us about it. And he didn't go for an appointment to see her. And after he passed away, I went to the doctor to see her for something was going on. And she said, you had the sweetest husband I have ever met. And I said, oh, really? I said, he was a marvelous person. She said, I have never had a patient like that before that would come in and just thank me for being his doctor and to say goodbye to me. And I said, you mean he came in and actually to say goodbye to you? And she said, yes, that he came in and told me that he appreciated me so much of the care that she was just our family doctor, that she had given him, and that he wanted to thank me for that and to say goodbye. And she said, it's just hard for me to get over that, she said, because I don't have any patients that do that. And I thought, good grief, we didn't know a thing about it. He didn't come home and say, I went to the doctor and told her goodbye and all. Nope. He did it because he wanted to tell her goodbye, and he wanted to leave her with a message about what was important to him, and that was God and the way that he felt about God and his life while it was here on earth. He wanted it to represent something greater than just mere things that we do every day. It was about something bigger than all of us. So that is just what I wanted you all to know about. And a lot of times I don't show my feelings when it comes to things like that. And I didn't. They say you go through different stages of grief and everything. I didn't go through any of the stages that I was angry at him or anything until probably about probably 8 years after he passed away. And then I started getting angry at him because he smoked. And he cut his life so short when he could have been here. And we could have been really having a good time with him retired and everything. But like I said, he still worked and carried on like that. But it was the kind that he loved doing and everything. But he loved his work that he did when he was working all those years. And we were building houses, and he had the dozers and the backhoes and all such things to work on. And he could fix anything that came around that needed to be fixed. And everybody knew that. He always had a motto. He said, show you how he is. He said, don't sob, call Bob. And that was what he would tell everybody, because his name was Bob. And he'd say, don't sob, call Bob. So with that, I'll just let you guys go. And I'll say good night to you. And thank you for listening to me gibber here and talk about some very important things to me. And my arms are very shaky right now. But we will be taken care of. Because like my card in my purse, God will take care of us. And so I'm going to say good night. And you guys take care. And I love all of you. I love you whether you're my subscriber or not. I think the world of you. So come back again, and I'll try to tell you about the rest of my load of stuff that I have to show you. And then maybe I'll get back to crafting a little bit. I'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.